said, meditate on it day and night. That's what the Word of God tells us. We should always, always be in this. But this is just a really good one because what chain reference means is that it chains from place to place to place to show you what that means. Bree, I don't know what you're looking at. But you will not... Oh. There it is. It's the ball that she's fussing about. Right. You want to come see the people? Not at all. She wants this ball. There. Give me that. She's fighting it by herself. Anyway, so that's what I got. When I saw it, I said, do you realize these are out of print? This is like amazing that you have this. I definitely will buy it. Not sure what I'm going to do. I'm not sure if I'm going to make this a contest. I do remember somebody, it would be so hard for me to go back and find it. But I do remember somebody told me, oh my gosh, I want one of those so bad. And I thought, get it. And if you figure out who that person was, just give it to them. Then I thought, or should I do a contest? And also should go check out how you get these. Like, how did they get it? So I'm going to be talking, where did you source this? Because when I looked on eBay, somebody was selling, like, the last one that I could even find for $426. And let me just tell you something. While that is a great investment, that is just flat wrong. Except that they are making it into a, like, more of a commodity collector's item Bible than... You know, I mean, people can get Bibles, so I think that's why they're doing it, is it's a rarity. Maybe it's not wrong. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have been judgmental. So they're not just charging for the Word of God, because you can get the Word of God free. Certainly on your phones, there's all kinds of apps. I use the Bible app. I think it's called the Holy Bible app or something like that. And I use and it has many, many, many translations. I always put the NIV. And then... I mean, but I look at others. This one is not NIV. This is ESV, which is the English Standard Version. Oh, hello. It's right there, Beth, if I would just read. ESV is the English Standard Version. And remember when I went over with y'all how we got each one of the translations, and we went through the history of how we got the original scrolls, and then how they were printed on the Gutenberg press, and they were passed from person to person and group to group, and then they went to different... the more modern translations, which gave us the after King James, and really there was several before, and there were several after King James that had more access to better scrolls. Nothing different, just better copies. And the only thing that was different is after the Dead Sea Scrolls, not the Apocrypha, don't confuse those two. After the Dead Sea Scrolls were found, in the Qumran caves, which is just so interesting that it was a little shepherd boy that wandered off to find his sheep, and he found instead the Word of God. Jesus is our shepherd, and we are his sheep. I just think that is so cool. The sheep was lost. What is the odds of that? I mean, God so did that. And what they ended up finding was in the coolness of the cave, and these clay jars, the parchment paper was preserved, or parchment, I don't know if it was parchment or papyrus. I think it was papyrus, was preserved, and now they have the book of Isaiah on display. I think it's called I always forget the name of it, Temple of the Dome? No, Dome of the Book? Dome of the Book? Book of the Dome? Dome of the Book. Anyway, I'll look that up sometime. But anyway, it's in, actually, I think it's in my Thompson Chain Reference Bible. In the back, it shows a picture in the archaeological section, because there's one of those in there. In the back. There's so much good study helps in the back of this one. And this is the one, I haven't even looked, unless it's different, which I can't imagine it would be. It has, there's Dead Sea Scrolls. Hold on, we're right there. Let's do it together. Dead Sea Scrolls, where was it? I just passed it. Archaeological Supplement. I know I just saw it. I'm trying so hard not to lick because one of my subscribers was grossed out by that. Okay, here it is. Oh my gosh, it's way too long to read. Sorry. Oh my gosh, here it is. The discovery of the scrolls is usually traced to 1947 when an Arab shepherd missed one of his goats. Okay, it wasn't a sheep. Well, it's like a sheep. Well, no, sheep and goats are very different. The Bible's very clear about that too. While searching for it in one of the steep valleys, he threw a stone into a hillside cave and heard what sounded to him like the breaking of pottery. He summoned his assistant and two and the two entered the cave and found some pottery jars 25 to 29 inches high, about 10 inches wide. They look very much like miniature mummies, like that of the miniature mummies, but were actually leather scrolls wrapped in squares of linen cloth. The Word of God wrapped in linen. Jesus in the resurrection tomb. He's the Word of God wrapped in linen. Do you even see this? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. They were covered with pitch-like substance, possibly derived from the Dead Sea. The vague idea had to be discovered in the antiquities. It's too long, y'all. It's too long to go into. Maybe I'll read up on this and give you... Oh my gosh, there's so much good history here. Okay, I can't go into all of it. But that's the cool thing about this. And oh, there, look right here. There is what I was telling y'all about. That's where the Bible translation, where the Bible and the Bible translations come from. The history of it. So it's in here. Okay. That's the cool thing about that. I don't just love that it's a study helps Bible. I love the particular study helps that it has. There's also a place that talks about what happened to each one of the disciples. Like how, after Jesus ascended into heaven, what was their life after that? And so it kind of talks about, kind of briefly, and then mainly what they focus on is how they died. And the only one that didn't, was not killed was John, not John the Baptist. He'd already been killed. He'd been beheaded way before. The Apostle John, and he had been sent to hard labor camp in, I think it's Patmos Island. And to, as old as he was by then, probably in his, he was about 30 or 40, and Jesus 33, so that would make him around 70, between 75 and 80 maybe, 70, 75 somewhere, doing hard labor like breaking stones at a big island camp. It was a hard, awful life, and yet, you know, he was able to describe to us the book of the Revelation of Jesus Christ and the Gospel of John, so there you have that. And 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John. But anyway, why am I all over the table here? Like, I'll be showing y'all something I bought, and the next thing you know, I'm talking about Jesus. And I know it just appears like it's like, she is all over the place. Oh, also, I found this devotion at church. Not I found it, but they would give them away. And it says Our Daily Bread. I don't know if any of y'all get these. They come from ourdailybread.org. Ourdailybread.org if you want to look that up. But they're just little, they're free. They give them to us free. I don't know if they have to pay for like 50 of them, or I don't know if I don't know how they get them, but they give them out free. And this is the June, July, August one, and there was some really good ones, and so I thought I might use that for a Bible study. I always like to start with something to help me get going, you know, something like these, but I don't want to plagiarize them or quote them verbatim, because then YouTube just makes you have to do so much. So I go and find, with the Bible, I go and find what I know to be the truth, and this just helps me study. But I'm not going to actually quote from those things. And what else did I get? Oh, I had to show you. I messed up so bad, y'all. I don't know how I did this, but was it Macy's? Remember, I got upset because they didn't have my my makeup, my Perfection Lumiere Velvet, and so I went everywhere trying to purchase it up in 22 Beige Rose. Well, I got them, but what else I did was to make sure I didn't run out of my favorite blush. Was I guess this, I didn't mean to do this on purpose, but it's the 02 Rose Bronze Powder Blush, and it's, I can't even say it, Joie Contraste, Fard à Joie Poudre. That's powder blush, and this is 02 Rose Bronze. It is the best color ever. I got 2 of them. And then I noticed I got 2 soft roses, and I got 2 soft rose lipsticks, Lip Intense. I think it's actually called Ultra Lip. What is it called? It doesn't actually say it. I'm getting so disgusted with them. Ultra Wear Liquid Lip Color. Ultra Wear Liquid Lip Color. Help me remember that. Anyway, it's color number 48, Soft Rose. That is my color I wear. I think I've got a mixture of strawberry red on this too. No, this is Soft Rose. This is Soft Rose I have on today. And then also the Inimitable waterproof, volume, length, curl separation, mascara. Multi-dimensional, and then it has the fourth thing. Anyway, inevitable waterproof black mascara. I got 2 of this and 2 of this. And 2 of this. And 2 of this. I have a funny feeling I accidentally hit enter and it didn't look like it took. And I think I may have hit it again. So, because it's the exact same order. But I'm not sending any of it back. Because I will definitely use all this. This is my babies. These are my favorite products of all time. Brie. And then what is this? Oh, this is the box that this bracelet came in. That I was telling you about. And I really do like it. I've always wanted a curb link bracelet ever since I saw, what is it? Dirty Rotten Scoundrels with Steve Martin. Oh my gosh. And was it Michael Caine? That is one of the funniest all-time movies. I thought that was so funny. But with the girl, if you haven't watched it, I'm not going to tell you what she ends up doing. But she was wearing a gold bracelet that I just fell in love with. Gosh, was that 20 years ago? Beth. Well, I finally got the bracelet. Anyway, so I got all this extra stuff. Oh, and then look. It had to be a double order because look, then they gave me 2 things of samples. Look at all the samples. Free gifts. Choose yours. Oh, if you buy this, you get that. I don't need to buy any more. That's all I get. I'll just show you real quick. If I can get anything out. It's just, and if this video doesn't go off, what'd they give me? Flower Bomb Nectar. Sample. Black Opium, Yves Saint Laurent. And Lancome's Visionaire Advanced Skin Conditioner. Well, those are nice little samples. Oh, and Lancome Visionaire Skin Solutions. That's it. Okay, y'all. That's all I have. I'll talk to you again soon.